All right, let's go ahead and talk about a fight that I'm pretty excited about, and that's Andre Ward versus Edwin Rodriguez. All right, I'm really looking forward to this fight. I like both fighters. Let's talk about this fight for a little bit. All right, now, there's obviously a lot of questions about Andre Ward right now. He's coming off of this injury, he's coming off of this layoff that he's had. This is his first fight back, and in my opinion, he's taken on a stiff opponent. I can really respect his opponent here. I really like Edwin Rodriguez. I really like him. Let's talk about Edwin Rodriguez for a little bit. He's coming off of a win over Danis Grachev. At least that's the last time that I saw him is when he fought Danis Grachev. And Danis Grachev, for those of y'all who don't know, is a guy who really gave Lucian Bute all he can handle. In my opinion, he squeezed that one out and won that fight. You could go watch Lucian Bute versus Danis Grachev and let me know what you think. But I thought Grachev pulled it out. And if you watch the way that Rodriguez was able to just manhandle uh, Danis Grachev and get him out of there, easy work. It was really something to watch, man. Danis Grachev is a guy with a very solid chin, and Rodriguez was able to get him out of there. So you can see why people are very excited about Edwin Rodriguez. To me, he kind of reminds me of Carl Froch in his style. Just the way he fights, not necessarily the same level of toughness maybe that Froch brings to the ring. That remains to be seen. But definitely the same characteristics in his fighting style, maybe a little bit of a slicker version of Frost. That's what I would say he reminds me of. Um, and yeah, like I said, he was able to beat a guy who, in my opinion, beat Lucian Bute. So the way I see it, this guy is on his way. I feel like he's on his way to being up there with the guys at 168. There's no reason why I don't think he could hang with those guys. The problem is I'm comparing him to Carl Froch, and we know what Andre Ward did to Carl Froch. So that's the problem here. This fight really isn't necessarily about Edwin. It's kind of about Ward. It's about what state is Andre Ward coming back to the game in, where is his head at, and here's a guy who he's got so much discipline. He's going to be in great shape. It's just a matter of, is the injury fully recovered and what's going on with his body and maybe with his psyche a little bit. So, um, but at the end of the day, man, like I said, this is Andre Ward. We know what his resume is, and I see uh, Edwin Rodriguez just being another badge of honor on that great resume of Andre Ward. Um, it's going to be a tough fight for the kid. It really is. He's really young. He hasn't been in there with anybody like Andre Ward yet. But the bright side for him is, hey, it's going to be a hell of an experience. He's going to hopefully be able to take something from Andre Ward in that fight and be able to apply that to his boxing game and get better, man. I expect nothing but great things from Edwin Rodriguez in the future, man. Look out for this guy. Um, but going back to Andre Ward, um, yeah, I just see him as being too skilled, too smart in the ring. He's been in there with guys with the same style of Edwin Rodriguez. So if he is 100%, I don't see why this is much of a problem for him at all. Uh, but I do commend Andre Ward for giving a guy like Edwin a shot, man, because we're seeing right now in boxing, we're seeing upsets happen, we're seeing great fights happen. Let's look at the Brian Vera versus Chavez Jr. fight, man. A lot of people were picking Chavez Jr. to win, um, and Brian Vera came out and put on a fantastic show, man. And Edwin Rodriguez is a lot higher level than Brian Vera. Mind you, Andre Ward is obviously on a higher level than Chavez Jr. But the point of the matter is that you never really know, man. This is still boxing. This is still a sport where you got two men in there. They each got two hands and 2 feet. Anything can happen. I'm looking forward to this one. And we'll see where Andre Ward goes after this fight. Obviously, people are really going to expect him to fight a very high level opponent after this. There's people who want to see him fight Adonis Stevenson. I'm hearing talks about a Chavez fight. I'm not even going to even think about that fight. I'm not even going to even think about that, man. That better not happen. Anyway, Andre Ward versus Edwin Rodriguez. Damn good fight. Looking forward to it. I see Andre Ward 10th round TKO. You guys let me know what y'all think.